Worship. We often think of songs on Sunday, hands raised high. But worship is more, much more. It's a heart turned towards God, a life lived for Him, every breath a prayer. Imagine a life where worship isn't confined to an hour, where every act, big or small, becomes an offering. This is the life God desires for us, a life of worship, lived out each day. How can we begin? It starts with a simple shift, from seeing worship as an event to embracing it as a lifestyle, a continuous conversation with our Creator. Living for Jesus is the truest form of worship. It's about surrendering our will to His, our plans for His purpose. He becomes the center, our guiding star. Think of a sunflower, always turning toward the sun. That's us, seeking His light in all we do. Our work becomes worship, our relationships, reflections of His love. Every decision, every interaction becomes an opportunity to honor Him. We find joy in serving others, reflecting His compassion. This is worship in action. The Bible whispers this truth throughout its pages. In Romans 12, verse 1, we are urged to offer ourselves as living sacrifices, not just on Sundays, but always. Colossians 3, verse 17 reminds us, whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus. Every moment, a chance to glorify Him. These verses aren't just commands, they are invitations. Invitations to experience the fullness of a life lived in constant communion with God. In the Gospels, we meet a woman. She pours expensive perfume on Jesus' feet. An act of extravagant love, an act of worship. Some criticized her. But Jesus saw her heart. He saw the pure devotion behind her act. He knew true worship flows from a heart overflowing with love. The story reminds us that worship isn't about outward show. It's about the posture of our hearts. It's about offering ourselves fully to Him in every way we can. Transformed hearts, transformed lives, the power of daily praise. When we embrace a lifestyle of worship, our lives are transformed. Our priorities shift. Our focus sharpens. We see the world through His eyes. We find joy in the midst of trials, knowing He is with us. We experience His peace that surpasses all understanding. Our hearts overflow with gratitude. This transformation isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming more like Him. Day by day, moment by moment, His love reflected in us. Gratitude is the language of a worshiping heart. When we focus on His blessings, big and small, our hearts sing His praises. Every breath becomes a thank you. We thank Him for the beauty of creation, for the love of family and friends, for His faithfulness, even when we stumble. Gratitude fills our days with joy. This constant awareness of His goodness changes us. It softens our hearts. It opens our eyes to see His hand at work in every detail of our lives. True worship extends beyond our personal relationship with God. It spills over into how we treat others. We become His hands and feet, serving with compassion. A kind word to a stranger, a helping hand to someone in need. These acts of service become our offering of love to Him. Worship in action. As we serve others, we reflect His love to the world. We become living examples of His grace and mercy. Our lives, a testament to his transforming power. Obedience is another expression of worship. When we surrender to his will, we are saying, "Yes, Lord, I trust you." We dance to the rhythm of his love. This doesn't mean life will be easy. There will be challenges, moments of doubt, but in those times, our obedience becomes a beacon of faith. Every step we take in obedience is a step closer to him. We learn to trust his plan even when we don't understand. Our lives become a beautiful dance of surrender. Worship beyond Sundays. It's a life lived in constant communion with God, a symphony of gratitude, service, and obedience. Every moment, a sacred song. May we embrace this lifestyle of worship. May our hearts overflow with his love. And may our lives become a beautiful offering of praise to our amazing God.